So we are all black people, so-called Negroes, ex-slaves, second-class citizens. You are nothing but an ex-slave, but you don't like to be told that. But what else are you? You're an ex-slave. You didn't come here on the Mayflower. You came here on a slave ship, in chains, like a cow, or horse, or chicken. We have a common enemy. We have this in common. We have a common oppressor, a common exploiter, a common enemy. And then we unite on the basis of what we have in common. And what we have foremost in common is that enemy, the white man. He is an enemy to all of us. Malcolm X, 1963. This was a message to the grassroots that he set out to give to his black people of America, which laid the foundation for the black nationalist movement as it created the platform for black autonomy culturally, socially, politically within America. During that time, the Fugitive Slave Act had just been passed, which set to give anyone who had seen or caught or knew of a slave who had escaped from its master to return that slave to its master, or for the master to be able to legally go search for that slave and bring them back to in slavery, even if they were in a free slate and had bought their freedom. It was a time that angered many of the black people and was an encouragement for them to push to create a state or country of their own, which was a part of the black nationalist movement. Also, during this time, the ideology had created in counter movement to the civil rights movement that was actually happening during the 1960s, which pushed for integration and desegregation of public arenas. More profound members of the civil rights movement, such as Martin Luther King, had pushed for this more politically, and they were more successful, such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which desegregated public arenas, and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which ended the discrimination in ways in which that hindered the black people to vote in America. Methods for collective action that helped to bring together the black people for the black nationalist movement were gestures such as raising the fist. They had sit-ins, they had speeches, they had movements such as the Million Man March that happened on the mall in Washington. It also took place in Atlanta, which brought together millions and tons of people to listen to Louis Farrakhan, a leader of the Nation of Islam. Overall, throughout the years and time since the civil rights movement has happened and passed, and the black nationalist movement has had its rise and its fall, I would have to say that the black nationalist movement has not been as successful as it set out to be. Currently, the black population within America, African American or black American, whichever ones decide to identify with, have just become satisfied with where they are. Integration and desegregation and just being accepted into the American culture has just become the ordinary for them, and therefore it's harder to gather and create that collective action for the black nationalist movement to further reach their goals or push for their ideas to become law or politically instituted, or even for that country that they were looking for years ago. Um, as I said, we've become satisfied with the system, and honestly, we just rather live in it, in another man's world, and just be complacent with that. So the black nationalist movement has risen, fallen, and pretty much failed. And that's it.